just took its biggest hit yet. Not from a loss, not from a knockout, not from a challenger inside the cage, but from the woman she was supposed to fight. Denise fucking Kielholtz, a former Bellator kickboxing champion, a striker who signed up to fight Dakota-Ditcheva in Dubai. And after the fight got canceled, she didn't buy the injury excuse. She said Dakota wasn't hurt. She said Dakota was scared.
I want to show with my fights that I'm more and more an MMA fighter, to become more an MMA fighter.
Let's rewind. Dakota-Ditcheva versus Denise Kielholtz was locked in for PFL Road to Dubai, February 7th, 2026, Coca-Cola Arena. Two elite strikers, two opposite styles, and one of the most anticipated women's striking matchups. PFL could make Dakota-Ditcheva 15-0, undefeated Muay Thai killer, PFL world champion Denise Kielholtz, former Bellator kickboxing champion, explosive striker, veteran who's fought everywhere. Fans were ready. Then suddenly, the fight was gone. The official reason: Dakota-Ditcheva withdrew due to an injury, reportedly a hand injury from her previous fight. No photos, no medical report, no timeline, just gone. And that's when Denise Kielholtz spoke up.
Yeah, you know, that's what I say. Everybody thinks, oh, she's a kickboxer, but I want to show everyone, yes, I am a kickboxer, but I can do so many things also on the ground. And now that I have my new head coach, Bob Schrijber, with the team Schrijber, I see myself so much more growing as an MMA fighter. And like you see in my fights, it's now more than just a kick.
Denise Kielholtz didn't say, maybe she's hurt. She didn't say, I hope she recovers. She said very clearly, Dakota-Ditcheva was not injured. She said Dakota pulled out because she didn't want the fight. That's not speculation. That's an accusation. And in MMA, accusing an undefeated champion of being scared, that's nuclear.
I'm 1000% ready for the world champion.
This isn't a random fighter talking trash. Denise Kielholtz is a real striker, a kickboxing world champion, someone who makes her living standing. She wasn't calling out Dakota for clout. She already had the fight, contract signed, camp done, Dubai booked. So when she says she's not injured, she's scared. That lands different because Denise was prepared to meet Dakota where Dakota is strongest. Here's what makes this scary for Dakota fans. Denise Kielholtz, explosive kickboxing, fast entries, no fear of exchanges, pressure striker. This wasn't a grappler. This wasn't a decision fighter. This was someone who could disrupt Dakota's clean Muay Thai rhythm. And now, the question everyone's asking, did Dakota pull out to protect the aura?
Dakota-Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
Dakota-Ditcheva is still 15-0. Still elite, still dangerous. But undefeated records don't just live in cages, they live in perception. And Denise Kielholtz just cracked that image because now the narrative exists. What if Dakota didn't want that fight? Until this bout is rebooked, that question won't go away. Comment below. Dakota was really injured. Kielholtz called it exactly right because in MMA, if you don't fight, someone else controls the story.
I want to show everyone that I'm a complete fighter and I'm a complete MMA fighter and I can do both things. And now with this plan, I'm ready for everyone in this.
Stop scrolling because Denise Miss Dynamite Kielholtz just sent the most fucking deadly warning to Dakota-Ditcheva we've ever heard. This isn't trash talk. This isn't hype. This is a world champion kickboxer looking straight into the camera and saying, I'm coming to cal you, Dakota-Ditcheva. And now the entire MMA world is on fire.
But yeah, now I'm back and after this fight, back in training camp and ready for the next one.
Denise Kielholtz, the Bellator kickboxing flyweight champion, the Dutch Muay Thai savage with a 48-3 kickboxing record, is officially stepping into the PFL cage on February 7th in Dubai, and she's coming for the undefeated superstar Dakota-Ditcheva. And after that deadly warning, this fight just turned into a war.
There was no feeling out process in this.
Wow, and Kielholtz sitting down just swinging for those proverbial fences. And she's trying to do that here, but she's up against someone who might even be more aggressive in Kielholtz, who secures the takedown immediately into backman.
He was actually working with Royce Gracie, and Royce was very impressed. He goes, man, she's got good chokes.
She's coming off a kick submission.
Let's make one thing crystal clear. Denise Kielholtz is not like the other opponents Dakota has smashed. This woman is a 48-3 professional kickboxer. a Bellator flyweight champion, and she has never not even once been knocked out in her MMA career. Her MMA record, 8-5. Her MMA KO TKO record, 2 wins, 0 losses. Her kickboxing record, legendary. Her nickname, Miss Fucking Dynamite. And in her recent interview, she said, "I want to show everyone I'm a complete MMA fighter, and Dakota, I'm coming to kill you." This is not mind games. This is a legit world-class striker promising violence.
Dangerous Dakota-Ditcheva makes her return to the cage, taking on Denise Kiel.
PFL has officially confirmed the matchup. Dakota-Ditcheva, 15-0, versus Denise Kielholtz, 8-5. Date, February 7th, 2026. Location, Coca-Cola Arena, Dubai. And the card is stacked. Usman Nurmagomedov defending his lightweight title versus Alfie Davis. Ramazan Kuramagomedov versus Shamil Musaev for the vacant welterweight title. And then this war. But everyone knows what the real co-main event energy fight is versus Kielholtz, the undefeated PFL queen versus the Dutch kickboxing assassin.
Sprinkle by TKO or KO. I will tell you the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable.
And there it is.
Beautiful knee from the plum.
And Ditcheva beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack. Oh, right
Bishop
hand.
in trouble.
And then
Santos is in She's in big trouble.
Dakota-Ditcheva to the body again for a champion.
Ditcheva A is 15-0, PFL 2024 flyweight tournament winner, 9 straight knockouts before her last decision. She knocked out Gina Bishop. She TKO'd Tayla Santos to win the 2024 championship. She dominated Sumiko Inaba in Africa, even though it went to a decision. She's young, she's fast, she's powerful, she's undefeated. But this fight is different. Why? Because Denise Kielholtz is the only opponent Dakota has faced who has championship kickboxing experience, has world-level striking accuracy, has never been knocked out, has fought for major titles, has beaten the same Inaba that Dakota went to a decision with. Most importantly, Kielholtz fights with zero fear. You can't pressure someone who has spent her career fighting the heaviest hitters in Europe. This is not a safe matchup.
There was no feeling out process in this.
Wow, and Kielholtz sitting down just swinging for those proverbial fences. And she's trying to do that here, but she's up against someone who might even be more aggressive in Kielholtz, who secures the takedown immediately into backmount.
He was actually working with Hoist Gracie, and Hoist was very impressed. He goes, "Man, she's got good chokes."
She's coming off a kick submission.
It has been 2 years since Denise Kielholtz last stepped into an MMA cage. Her last fight, a win over Sumiko Inaba, the same fighter Dakota fought in July. Before that, she had back-to-back wins over Paula Cristina and Inaba, snapping a 3-fight skid. She was actually supposed to debut in PFL in 2024, but she withdrew from the tournament. The result? Dakota-Ditcheva went on to win the whole thing, and this eats at her. Now she's finally here, finally healthy, finally ready, and she's not coming for a paycheck. She's coming for Dakota's undefeated record and her entire aura.
I want to show everyone that I'm a complete fighter, and I'm a complete MMA fighter, and I can do both things. And now with this plan, I'm ready for everyone in this.
Let's play it again, because this is the moment that sent shockwaves through the MMA world. I want to show I'm complete, and now with this plan, I'm ready for everyone, and I'm coming to kill you, Dakota-Ditcheva. This isn't a call-out. This is a threat. From a world champion who has felt real violence in kickboxing rings across Europe, Dakota has never faced someone who talks and fights like this.
Sprinkle by TKO or KO. I will tell you the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable.
And there it is.
Beautiful knee from the plum.
And Ditcheva beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack. Oh, right
Bishop in
hand.
trouble.
And then
There was no feeling out process in this.
Wow, and Kielholtz sitting down just swinging for those proverbial fences. And she's trying to do that here, but she's up against someone who might even be more aggressive in Kielholtz, who secures the takedown immediately into backmount.
He was actually working with Hoist Gracie, and Hoist was very impressed. He goes, "Man, she's got good chokes."
She's coming off a kick submission.
On February 7th in Dubai, we are getting the biggest women's fight in the history of the PFL. Undefeated versus veteran power versus precision. ATT versus Dutch kickboxing. Rising star versus proven world champion. Dakota-Ditcheva wants domination. Denise Kielholtz wants destruction. And after that deadly warning, this fight just became personal. Who wins? Let me know in the comments.
Announce another major match. Dakota makes her return to the cage, taking on Denise.
Stop scrolling because Dakota-Ditcheva is back, and trust me, this return fight is already causing major controversy across the MMA world. The undefeated 15-0 PFL flyweight queen, the woman critics are calling too dominant, overprotected, and the future of women's MMA is stepping back into the cage on February 7th, and she's not coming for a warm-up fight. She's coming for a Bellator world champion.
Come here.
Dakota-Ditcheva will face Denise "Miss Dynamite" Kielholtz, the former Bellator kickboxing world champion, a woman with knockout power that most 125ers don't even dream about. This is happening at PFL Road to Dubai, inside the Coca-Cola Arena, and it's part of a card stacked with names including Usman Nurmagomedov defending his world title in the main event. But the real story, the fight everyone is talking about, is Dakota-Ditcheva's comeback after breaking her hand in July and sitting out for the rest of 2025. And we're breaking down everything why this matchup is more dangerous than people think. How Kielholtz compares to Dakota's past opponents, how Dakota is planning her return, and what this fight means for the future of PFL's women's flyweight division. Let's get into it.
Doing a better job than most opponents do of minimizing damage, but the damage is still coming through.
Problem is, it all adds up, Sean.
Shoot that underhook! Shoot that underhook!
Comes to the damage so far in this fight. It's been one-way traffic.
Oh, nasty knee right to the middle from Dakota, and a flurry down to the body. Here's the elbow, back elbow, and now a left.
I'm injured again, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway.
In July 2025, Dakota-Ditcheva went 3 rounds with Sumiko Inaba, a fight she dominated, but one that came with a major cost. She broke her hand, forcing her out for the rest of the year. For the first time in her career, the unstoppable knockout machine had to stop. But now the comeback is real, and PFL didn't give her a tune-up, no warm-up, no easy fight, no let's see how the hand feels. Instead, they threw her in with a woman who has legit world-class striking credentials and experienced fighting champions. Dakota is 15-0. She has 9 finishes in a row before the Inaba decision. She is one of the fastest growing stars